We were talking about this yesterday. Was it?
Can you see it?
Yeah.
So this is the reactor, and I made in these two bottles. Everything was nano coated before. No. So I nano coated the bucket. I nano coated these little things. In that came the GaNS. After then I made a capacitor, but in the capacitor I used just the GaNs from the bottom of the two reactors, nothing else. So this is the capacitor. And after then I filled up these two in, these are two types of hemoglobin, but also I made a volume gradient between the two. After then I put them in this reactor and I filled the reactor up with the GaNS waters from these two reactors, so not fresh water with salt. It is the same GaNS water from these reactors. You can see the reactors there. On the left side is type 2, that means nano-coated zinc and zinc, and here is the iron nail. And in the reactor from the right side is nano-coated copper with zinc and the iron. And this is hemoglobin type 1. And like I said, here, if you can see my mouse, here is the point of interaction with the amino acid. And from my point of understanding, just this here is hemoglobin, not what is on the bottom. I don't know if I'm correct.
Yeah, but why don't you collect it at that point? That's correct.
I collected, but just this red stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is hemoglobin type 2, the reactor from type 2 with nano-coated zinc and zinc. And you can see the color.
See what you can do. Let me just 1 second. Just stay where you are. If you put the same iron on the copper side, on the nano copper side,
yes,
you will see the difference, and you can use the two as a potential difference in the strength. But there'll be a different blood. This is what we call the blood cells with what you use on the zinc side. They carry their strength at the emotional level. The ones on the copper side carry strength on the physical emotional level. If you put one zinc, one stick, iron stick in the middle between the two plates, you will see the difference too.
Yes, I saw this. I made them in many ways. I have sometime this iron nail between the two plates, and it was another color.
Yeah. So what you are doing, what you collect, what have you collected between the two GaNSs?
What I put in these little jars was just this type.
Yes,
not from
when
the
you
bottom.
collected, but when you collect, what do you collect when you put the two in the tubes, as you showed us?
I don't have pictures, but I put out the nail, and I washed the nail with some plasma water from the reactor. And
No. What I'm trying, the picture you're showing us now, yeah?
Yeah.
When you run this, what do you collect at the bottom?
I don't know what I collect. It runs about 1.5, maybe 2 weeks, this reactor. I have a lot of amino acid on the top, and on the bottom it's a very, very thin and fine powderish something. But if I look from above, it is transparent. I cannot see it. But if I look from the side, then I can see this 0.5 millimeter or 1 millimeter of GaNS, I think. And
There are two flaws with this. First of all, you have two nanomaterials in the tube.
yes,
It would have been easy. So now you created what you're collecting at the bottom, you're creating another GaNS because you got the two elements.
yes,
Just happen to be in the GaNS of blood. So as I've suggested before, fill up the GaNSes as it is, don't put a wire in, connect the two tubes together with a liquid of each one that they can mix.
yes,
And then watch what you produce at the bottom. That is the GaNS of the GaNS. Here you're looking at the material, you see the fat on the top, but in reality it's the two elements you dropped in. This is not the GaNS processing. You connect it, as I've said in other teaching, just take those two wires out, you put a capacitor in there, just connect it to a wire. On the top, there will be mixture of the two, and the bottom, they stay as they are. And then you see what you collect.
So you mean I not need the capacitor, I need a tube with the mixture of the GaNSes.
Yeah, let's see what it is. In a way, you got to get rid of this, you got to get rid of this, you got to get rid of this.
Yes.
All you need is a tube, yeah? You leave your GaNSes here, and then you allow the system to work and see what it produces. This has to be a salt water. And with this thing, you can go with the minus salt, which goes about 0.5, or go plus to 1.5.
I use the water from the reactors to be in GaNS state.
No.
So
Yeah,
you can
could do.
fresh water.
Yeah, you can use, if you stay in a GaNS condition, then you produce a GaNS, what do you call it? But try to use the liquid GaNS from CO2. You'll find a very good result. Or you can add, what do you call it? Certain amount of CH3 in the process, outside, not inside.
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Do
It's fantastic to see what you've done. But go a step further, and then what you actually can create here. If you can put a pipette in, whatever you create here is the GaNS of the difference between the two elements.
Yes, this was my question. What I produce and for what purpose I can.
What you produce, it's very much, if you look at it, you have a blood from the copper side, which is the physical side, you have a blood from the emotional side, and I'll tell you something you'll find very strange here. If you pick up the field of the GaNS here, and you can test this GaNS.
Yes, that was my purpose, but I was not sure if I understand it correctly. Yes, but I have to.
This is at a matter level.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Keshe.
Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for such a beautiful job. Thanks for sharing it with us.
It's my pleasure, and thanks for all your teachings.
Is there any other question?
Hello, Mr. Keshe.